Good afternoon, everyone. My topic for today's lecture is WTO. WTO stands for World Trade Organization. This organization came into existence in the year of 1995, and since then, it is promoting the trade between all the nations by its various trade laws, which are binding in nature. This grouping has 164 members, which includes the European Union, and it has 23 observer nations, which includes Libya, Bhutan, Iran, Iraq, etc. The grouping has its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, and the organizational structure of this grouping is divided into two parts. First is the General Conference, which meets regularly many times in a year, and the second is the Ministerial Conference, which meets regularly after every 2 years to discuss the trade laws. Now, coming on the history of this grouping, the group traces back its history from the General Agreement of Trade and Tariffs, which was signed in the year of 1948. It has 23 members back then. But a growing problem in this grouping led to the formation of the WTO. The main problem this grouping had, it has no official backing from any agreement. So there was no binding nature of this grouping or the general agreement. The second was there was no institutional support of this grouping, which led to the Marrakesh Agreement in the year of 1995 and the formation of the WTO. The WTO mandate is binding to all its member states, which are 164. Now, coming on the challenges this group is facing today. The main challenges this group is facing is the difference between the developing nations and developed nations. While the developing nations want to give their farmers and industrialists to support industrialists the subsidy to support their economy, while the developed nations want the new set of rules to get the competitive advantage with other countries. The second problem this group is facing today is the difference in consensus. As trade is an important topic for all nations' growth, and it has 164 members. So coming on consensus on a complex topic like trade is very difficult. Now, coming on the way ahead is in this grouping, as trade has become an important aspect in today's world, and all the members and all the countries are affected by the trade laws, and a growing concern by the China and United States trade war is a problem for the world's peace and security. So if the countries come forward, so all the countries should come forward so that new trade laws are efficiently supported by all, and the trade between all the nations happens without any problem. The bilateral trade agreements or the free trade agreements should be signed regularly so that the trade between some bilateral nations can be done successfully. As the good and peaceful trade between all the nations is efficient for every economy, so the grouping of WTA is much needed in today's world. Thank you.